Hello and welcome to another campaign battle for Total War Warhammer 2, and we're going to be assaulting Griffon Gate, which is one of the High Elf gate settlements. It says we can't build siege equipment for this fight, although it is a walled settlement, so that's a little odd, but I assume it's some kind of unique feature of these High Elven gate settlements that you have to force anyone attacking them just to climb the walls normally. So we've got a pretty good army now. We've got a few more upgrades for our sorceress, a few more spells, got some nice veterancy on our units, but they've got a really strong garrison. They've got a lot of these white lions, gate guard, which is kind of the equivalent of the Loathing Sea Guard, pretty strong hybrid units. They've got some silver helms with shields, so it's going to be tricky if we get inside their walls. So the balance power is a little more in our favour, but this is probably going to be quite a tough grind to get inside this settlement. We're going to have to plan our attack very carefully here, so we don't really have any infantry which can match up to these white lions.
Bring me battle!
Okay, let's gamble, see what we get. A little more magic to play with. So we do have some more spells we've unlocked. So we've got the magic missile spell and we also have a vortex spell. So it's good against flying units. So that could come in handy in this battle if we're... because they do have a settlement ability which lets them summon a Grey Eagle. So that could come in handy for that. We also have the replenishment and that magic missile. I'm not sure how useful that will be. We'll see. So the question is, do we want to split our forces between these two gates or just focus on one? My concern is those white lines, if they could turn this fight into a real grind on the walls, and that's the last thing we really need. So we might split our forces here and try and force them to split their forces, and then try and make our range. So we're going to stick our Sea Guard over on this side, and then these guys are both melee and range, so then we'll put our archers over here with our spearmen, and we'll get our Phoenix over on this side to back these guys up along with Tyrion, and with our sorceress on this side. So we might stick one artillery on each side as well. We'll put these guys at the back. Okay, let's take a look at how they set up. So they've had to spread out a little too. So we're going to shift all of these guys up, including Tyrion. So they've got some gate guard, they've got some white lions. We'll get firing on those immediately. We might move our Phoenix up as well. So they haven't been able to get every tower active, which is good for us. So we'll have to shift up on this side. Might try and get that magic missile off. I'm not sure it'll hit them up on the walls. We'll try it. And we really want to target probably that corner unit as well. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we're going to try and swing right down this line here. Drop some bombs as we go. And go after those white lions. So we're going to get Tyrion up on the wall straight away. Okay, so how are we doing over here? So they're taking a lot of range fire, which is good. We'll keep those focused on them. Taking a bit of damage over on this flank, so we might shift these guys over. See, they've got some artillery coming in there, so we're going to shift those guys, try and get out of that line of sight. Pretty far out of range for ours. Let's move our sorcerers up. Try and get their hit points back up. So we need to watch out for those eagles that spawn. See that unit's starting to break, but we're going to try and get that replenishment in on them. Okay, they come back, that's good. Let's shift them over to the corner. Let's get everyone targeting those white lions. And we'll shift our focus over to that side. So where's our Phoenix? Okay, they're doing a good job over here. Tyrion is slowly climbing the wall. We're not taking too much damage on this side now, which is good. Okay, they've spawned a Grey Eagle up here. Looks like they're going after our Phoenix. And once Tyrion gets up on those walls, he should be able to deal with a lot of those units himself. Okay, we're getting our Spearmen climbing, which is good, but we need to make sure they've got a lot of range support here. Let's try and get these units out of that artillery range. Okay, Tyrion is up on the walls. See our Grey Eagle having a little mid-air duel there. I call that vortex down on it, but Mage is on the other side, unfortunately. So these Seagull are doing a really good job peppering these walls. We do need to try and get them up on the walls as soon as we can. Okay, they're really destroying that unit, that's good. We've got some silver helms down here, just tucked away out of our range. You can see these gate guards firing over, we need to do something about that. We'll shift our fire over that side. So these guys taking a lot of casualties trying to get up on that wall. Okay, those guys are breaking, so we're going to now shift our fire into that other unit. Okay, meanwhile, on this flank, looks like that Great Eagle, no, it's going after Tyrion, but he should be okay dealing with that. I wonder if we should bring, actually we might bring our Flame Spire over here to try and take out that Gate Guard unit. Actually no, we'll target those white lines, try and stop that tower from firing. Okay, so we're slowly getting the walls up here. That's this area here we need to focus on. Of course we've still got to deal with these silver helms and we're over the wall. Tyrion is doing a good job down there. Let's reckon up a few kills. Only 6. Tyrion, come on, you gotta put your back into it. Okay, our Phoenix is doing well over here. Okay, we shift back to this side. Okay, our units are starting to get up on the wall, but those spearmen, we want to get them as intact as possible to deal with that cavalry. So we're really going to focus all of our fire up on these guys now. Now we might be able to get our sorceress up on the wall as well. Let's drop some healing down. See that artillery fire's causing some bit of a problem over here. There's a lot of it coming in on our units as they climb. I think we're starting to break through over on this flank. This is going to be the real troublesome area because of that artillery fire. Not sure if we can move up our artillery to hit theirs. We'll try. Now these guys are starting to break, so we're going to have to try and boost them if we can. I'll wait for her to get up on the walls. Okay, so we might shift that Grey Eagle over here. Actually, I think we're going to do it, try and take out that artillery with it. It's probably the best move. Pull those guys out of there. Okay, they spawned a Grey Eagle over on this side. Actually, we can probably try and drop that vortex down. Then again, we don't really want to hit our own units. That's the only problem with that vortex spell. Okay, I think we've won this fight up on the walls now, so we're going to focus all our range fire onto those, but we've got to take out this artillery. It's causing us so many problems. So we're going to get all of our... So they're going after our mage. Let's try and pull her out of there. Okay, it's looking better on this side. We've got that eagle surrounded. We really need this phoenix to take out that artillery though. These guys are out of ammunition, so we're just going to have to send them straight up. Okay, those spearmen are starting to break because of that eagle. I think the eagle might be down.
Ulfwan Mage. At once.
Claim it for the king! We will obey! Without fail.
Okay, let's start pushing these guys up.
To glory!
Okay, we want to try and come through this fight with all our units intact if we can.
High Mage.
We are overcome! Archers!
That gate guard really doesn't want to break.
Shall be done!
Okay, they are almost destroyed. Let's try and pull them out of the way. Got to keep an eye on our Great Eagle as well. They sent some units back to support it.
Heir of Anarion!
Gonna have to try and use our cavalry here to break through the gate, and they've spawned another Grey Eagle right on top of our Phoenix. Let's pull it out of there.
Spearman! Archers! Loyal!
Okay, let's try and get our archers up on the walls.
Lothern Seaguard! Sword of the Asur! Onwards to victory!
Okay, they're trying to chase down our eagle. Not our eagle, our Phoenix. So we really want to pull that out of there.
The winds are turning! Loyal, as you say!
So some of these guys are out of ammo, that's going to be a problem. Okay, our white lines are broken through the gates, it's really good. Silver helms, not white lines.
Silver helms! For order! Understood! Asur, move!
Okay, we're pushing up on this flank well.
Spearman, as you say!
This side is a little more tricky.
Ulfwan Mage. Typhon, hear me.
Silver helms! We are broken! Heir of Anarion! Advance! Tireless! Let Ulfwan proud!
Mage.
Okay, who has some ammo left? Because we need you firing down those silver helms.
For duty!
High Mage.
We are invincible! Look! Our units patrol the sky!
Lacois.
Okay, they're firing point blank into some of their own units now to try and stop us.
For duty! We go! By Alariel! Lothern Seaguard!
These are our spear units, so they should do an okay job here.
Heir of Anarion!
Get Tyrion involved.
Destroy them! To battle! Archers! Understood! We will obey! We will obey! To battle!
Men Louis.
So we're slowly pushing through here.
Lothern Seaguard! As you say, we will obey! To battle!
These guys aren't giving up without the fight.
Ready. Spellcaster. Lacois, Soraya.
Looks like they're going to pull those guys back. I think we're starting to break through here.
Asur warrior! Acknowledged! Asur, move!
They're going to try and pull back and defend the city centre.
One made.
So we're going to have to push in. But it looks like we might have broken the back of them now. There we go. That was a real grind of a fight. I mean, it showed the balance of power in our favour, but that was pretty tough getting up those walls. All those white lines, that artillery fire. We've probably lost some of our spearman units. But maybe lost that artillery. We'll see. But we can replenish those spearman units pretty quickly, so I'm not too concerned. That was a pretty tough fight. These gates are... well, they're meant to be tough. Those spawned great eagles, real tricky to manage. Took a lot of casualties doing that, but it's going to be worth it. We need to take this settlement.
Ancestors be praised.
Okay, so we only lost that one artillery unit, so that's not too bad. Didn't really want to lose these units with that veterancy, so that's good for us. We got 140 for Tyrion, he did a really good job in that fight. 50 for our Flame Spire Phoenix, that did a really good... But look at some of these units, 141 for that gate guard, they're pretty powerful. The white lines surprisingly didn't do too much, but I guess that's because we had them under so much range fire for most of that fight. We couldn't engage them in melee, we just would not have stood a chance. So we managed that as best as I think we could have, and we only lost that artillery unit, so it's not too bad. Okay, so we enjoyed this, it's probably quite a long siege campaign battle. It's a pretty tough fight, but we've come through it and we haven't lost too much. So yeah, so we're still fairly into this campaign. Tyrion's only level 12. We're still getting Elf 1 under our control, and there'll be more battles to come soon.